Hello everyone and welcome to another flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are in Russia today and we are about to take our Aeroflot Airbus A321 on a 3-hour journey to Baku, Azerbaijan. As you can see, this is quite an early morning flight here in Moscow Sheremetyevo Airport, and it is quite busy because you can see quite a lot of traffic here on the ground. We are not on the VATSIM network. We are using BeyondATC for our air traffic control services today, and I think that it's nice that they have a traffic injector included in the services. So let's hop into the cockpit and start preparing for our flight. Alright, here we are in the pitch black cockpit of our Airbus A321. So we can just find our battery switches and connect to the external power, and we can switch on the dome lights. Just going all the way to bright and let the systems initialize and start up our EFB as well. Very good. So while systems are initializing, we can go ahead and set up our overhead panel as usual. If you've watched quite a number of videos on this channel, I think you're already familiar with the setup, so no need to really explain much on what is going on here. Okay, so lighting is a little bit weird because it's early morning hours, but I think it should be okay. The sun will be rising probably any moment now. In any case, we are scheduled to depart from here at 10 past 5 Zulu time. So I think we do still have a little bit of time to get our ground services going here. So we're going to import our flight plan from SimBrief and just set up our time here of 5:10 Zulu update. So that gives us about 30 minutes. So we can just then have a look at our operational flight plan here. We are Aeroflot 1854 today in our Airbus A321 from Moscow Sheremetyevo to Baku Aliyev. Cost index today 54, and we are going to be cruising initially at flight level 350, and then later on our final cruise level is going to become 360. Fuel today is going to be block 11.6 tons. We don't not carrying any extra fuel today. I think we are going to be fine. We don't expect any delays or weather that we are going to need to divert around. Then in terms of the routing, we are going to take off today from runway 24 left via the Togmo 3 hotel departure, and then arrival is going to be probably a straight in departure if we take the runway 16 over through the Nova to Echo arrival into Baku. Then passengers today 188 plus some 2.8 tons of cargo. Once you add the fuel of 11.6 tons, then we get a takeoff weight of about 68.4. Then in terms of the weather information, Sheremetyevo today, as you saw the weather outside, overcast, temperature is 2 degrees, so very cold, QNH 1020, and weather in Baku is a little bit better, 13 degrees over there with some few clouds, but very good visibility. Not too windy there over there as well. Alternate is Fuzuli today. I don't think we are going to get to go there, but weather over there is also quite okay, nothing noteworthy. So I'm not too worried about it. So let's then ask GSX to start boarding our aircraft, and we can complete our setup. So mass and balance, load the aircraft using GSX.
Refueling truck is on its way.
And while that is happening, we can set up our MCDU as well.
Fuel truck arrives and ask to do.
and flight init request. It is quite cold today, 2 degrees, so maybe it's time to get the cabin warmed up already. So APU fire test, engine fire test. Very good. So APU start, and APU bleed can come on already as well. So flight initialization is there from Moscow to Baku, alternate Fuzuli. So init page here, and we can grab our load sheet. So Aeroflot 1854 today is our call sign, and cost index we said is 34. Was it 34? Let me just quickly, it's 54 actually. 54, and cruise level we said is going to initially start at 350. Good. Then I just want to actually add in the step climb before we import our wind information. So step altitude, and we said we are going to go to our final cruise level of 360, which is going to start at Lidus. Insert that, and then we go back to the init page and ask for the wind information. Not sure whether that makes a difference, but in the A320, but I think it does in the A350. So that's our wind information entered. So we said 11.6 tons is going to be our block fuel for today, and the zero fuel weight is 67.1, and CG is 25.3, and that's going to give a takeoff weight of 78.5. So 78.4, it's fine, we are going to update it later anyway. Then in terms of the flight plan, we said we are going to take off from runway 2, we say runway 25 left, 24 left. So flight plan, not fixed info, departure 24 left via the Dogmo 3 hotel. So Dogmo 3 hotel doesn't have a transition, does it? Does not have. And our arrival is going to be runway 16. It's gonna be an ILS via the Nova to Echo. Nova to Echo, insert that. Okay, it doesn't have a transition either. Then I think in that case we are done over there. So let's quickly check our performance for the takeoff today. Bring in the preliminary load sheet information with the weather information and calculate. Okay, so 162, 166, 166, flaps 2, up 0, up 1.0 for the trim today, and flex 52. So 62, 66, 66, flaps 2 and up 1, and the flex is 52 degrees. Very good. All right, then we are going to grab our charts so that we can listen to the 80s and get our delivery frequency as well. So Sheremetyevo Airport, anything start over here? Yes, we have the airport chart. That's going to give us the departure 80s of 125, 125. So 125, 125.
Sheremetyevo Airport Information Yankee 0436 Zulu, wind 250 at 6, visibility 10 miles or more, ceiling 600 overcast, temperature 02, dew point 00, QNH 1020, landing runway 24 left, departing runway 24 center, transition level 100, Advise on initial contact you have information Yankee.
Okay, looks like the departure runway is 24 center actually and not 24 left, so that's according to information Yankee, and that means we can expect to get a different departure as well. So we have tuned now to the delivery frequency, and I think it's time to go ahead and ask for our arrival for our clearance. Sheremetyevo delivery, hello, Aeroflot 1854 at stand 146, type Airbus A321 with information Yankee. Request clearance to Baku.
Aeroflot 1854A, Sheremetyevo delivery. Thanks for information Yankee. Expect runway 24 center, Togmo 3 hotel departure, squawk 3361.
Okay. Aeroflot 1854, expect runway 24 center via Togmo 3 hotel departure, squawk 3361.
Negative, squawk 3361.
Squawk 3361, Aeroflot 1854.
Дамы и господа, в настоящий момент наш самолет заправляет топливом. Просим вас...
Aeroflot 1854A, read back correct. Contact ground 119.0 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Contact ground on 119.0 when ready for push and start. Aeroflot 1854.
Safety regulations require that hand luggage is stowed in overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Please be careful when opening the overhead bins.
Right, we've got our clearance, so we said that squawk is 3361. Enter that, and we still got the same departure, but out of runway 24 center. So still Togmo 3 hotel over there and insert. And then we are going to, of course, need to revise the takeoff data to 24 center and calculate 596464 flaps 2 still. So 159 164, flaps to 1.0, and flex is still 52. Good. So Togmo 3 hotel is 3 hotel from whichever runway, I guess, whether it's left or center. So we make a right hand turn around and we go direct to Dogma over here, and we do have some altitude restrictions. So here, so initial climb clearance is 7,000 feet, since we didn't get anything from ATC today. So let's have a look at it on the plan here in the primary flight display. So we make that right hand turn and direct to, why does it look weird? Monique Gekla, and then direct to Dogmo, isn't it? Okay, it does look correct, but there is a discontinuity there from Dogmo, so we're just going to delete that, and with that we are ready to go. Our arrival into Baku is going to be a straight in arrival if we find runway 16 still in use, and there you go. Very good. We can set up our secondary flight plan in the meantime. We are just going to add an engine out seed, engine out waypoint. I just wonder whether we have high terrain in the area.
Дамы и господа, в настоящий момент наш самолет заправляет топливом. Просим вас отстегнуть ремни безопасности.
Don't think we do.
Аварийные выходы и проходы в салонах должны быть свободными. Благодарим за внимание.
I don't think we do, so it's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board Aeroflot, Russian Airlines, a member
Okay,
of the
so
International Sky Team Alliance.
We are going to add
Safety regulations require that
SVOX1.
Boarding complete.
Runway 24 center, which has got a bearing of, I believe, is it 243 to 5 miles. Store that and go to secondary flight plan and insert it SVOX1, and after that we are going to hold there, and thereafter we come back to the same airport, same runway, 24 center, ILS 24 center and no star. Then we are just going to add that into the fixed info as well, so SVOX1 and UUEE runway 24 center, and insert that 243 extended runway center line. Good. Then boarding is completed, so we can update our weights and balances. Yes, the load sheet 67.4 is the zero fuel weight. Might have entered it wrongly there from the previous one, so 25.3, and then block fuel of 11.6. that gives us a takeoff weight of 78.8. we are going to accept that. Let's see, was it 67.1? Okay. Alright, that's fine then. So we can do the cockpit preparation checklist now. Cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins and covers removed. Fuel quantity 11,640 kilos balanced. Seatbelt sign on now. ADRS, nav, barrel ref QNH 1020. Before that, cockpit preparation checklist complete. And with that, we can ask for our pushback. So external power disconnect, ground control disconnect, and doors are closed, and armrest can come down. And let's do beacon light to ask for our pushback.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Before startup checklist, parking brake set. Takeoff performance information. Let's see if there's any change. There might be. Calculate. 59, 64, 64, flaps to 1.1 now. So 64. Good. 59, 64, 64. Right? 59. 164. 164. 2 up is 1.1 now. And flex 52 still. Okay, good. Then windows are closed, beacon light is on, and before startup checklist is complete. Sheremetyevo ground hello, Aeroflot 1854, request pushback and engine start.
Aeroflot 1854, Sheremetyevo ground, pushback approved, face south.
Pushback approved, face south, Aeroflot 1854. Parking brakes off.
854, engine start, until Pushback completed and brakes on set. Бортпроводникам занять места для перевода дверей. Селектор revamped, контроль дверей напротив.
The sun is coming up, so it's time to lower the lights as well. Pushback is at 5 Zulu, which is 10 minutes early. That's what I like. Okay. Parking brakes, and let's start the engines. Starting engine number 1.
Дамы и господа, меня зовут Мария, и я старший бортпроводник экипажа. Приветствую вас на борту нашего самолета Airbus A321. Основными приоритетами нашей авиакомпании являются ваша безопасность и комфорт. И я и мои коллеги сделаем все возможное, чтобы сегодняшний полет доставил вам удовольствие. Уважаемые постоянные клиенты, участники программы Аэрофлот Бонус и бонусных программ Альянса SkyTeam уровня Elite и Elite Plus. Мы благодарим вас за выбор авиакомпании.
Engine number 1 is available, and we can release the
Ladies and gentlemen, my
ground
name is Maria,
agent.
and I'm your passenger today. Welcome on board the Airport aircraft Airbus A321. Your safety and comfort are our crew top's priority, and my colleagues and I will do our best to ensure that you have a pleasant flight. Dear regular customers, members of Airfloat Bonus Program, and members of the SkyTeam Frequent Flyer programs of Elite and Elite Plus levels, we thank you for choosing the airlines of Airfloat Group. Thank you.
Aeroflot 1485, ramp Bravo 191 taxi via Golf 3. Hold short runway 24 center. Ramp Bravo 191 via Golf 3. Hold short runway 24 center. Aeroflot 1485.
Safety features demonstration.
Okay, engine number 2 is available, and APU can come.
Taxi via Golf 3, Bravo 4, Charlie 2, Bravo 1. Cross runway 24 center at Golf 3. Continue taxi via Golf 3, Bravo 4, Charlie 2, Bravo 1, Aeroflot 1485.
Exits are located on the left and right of the cabin.
Okay, there is the ramp agent holding the pin, and we are pretty much clear to go. So flaps 2 for takeoff today, and auto brake is max, spoilers are armed, and we can set the up trim of 1.1, and that is good. Alright, after start checklist, anti-ice not required, ECAM status. Actually the anti-ice might be required. I don't see any kind of moisture in the air, but maybe we switch that on today. ECAM status checked, pitch trim 1.1 up, radar trim 0. After start checklist complete.
Pull the mask towards you.
Плотно прижмите маску к носу и рту, закрепите, как мы демонстрируем, дышите нормально.
Place the mask over your nose and mouth.
Aeroflot 1854 request taxi.
Если вы путешествуете с ребенком,
Обеспечьте маской сначала себя, затем ребенка.
Aeroflot 1854, runway 24 center taxi via Charlie 3, Charlie 2, Bravo 2, November 8, Bravo 7.
Застегните ремни.
Aeroflot 1854 taxi to runway 24 center via Charlie 3, Charlie 2, Bravo 2, November 8, Bravo 7. Parking brakes off and let's go.
Tighten the strap.
Чтобы отстегнуть ремень, поднимите крышку замка.
Negative. Clarify departure runway 24 center and taxi via Charlie 3, Charlie 2, Bravo 2, November 8, Bravo 7.
Поможет инструкция по безопасности, которая находится
Runway 24 center via Charlie 3, Charlie 2, Bravo 2, November 8, Bravo 7. Aeroflot 1854.
From the safety instruction card located in the pocket in front of you. Please read it carefully. Thank you.
Negative. Taxi via Charlie 3.
My
Charlie,
goodness.
Charlie 2, Bravo 2, November 8, Bravo 7.
Okay, that's what I said, so I'm just going to put on the auto response here. So
Runway 2 for center taxi via Charlie 3, Charlie 2, Bravo 2, November 8, Bravo 7, Aeroflot 185 for 2.
All aircraft be advised information Zulu now current, QNH 1020.
okay, we are here. This is going to be Bravo here. Clear right side and clear left side. Those custom announcements are a little bit loud, and it looks like they are no longer controlled by the volume knob, or they are not controlled by the volume knob in the Fenix. So yeah, I would think that on VATSIM they would be quite annoying. Okay, so flight control check. Ailerons full left, full right, neutral. Elevators full down, full up, neutral. Rudder pedals full left, full right, neutral. Flight control check is complete. Okay, so we are taxiing all the way to the end of the runway. That's where Bravo 7 is. So that is fine. I don't understand what she said, but I would think that it said that the cabin is ready for departure. So switch on the weather radar and predictive wind shear and do the takeoff configuration test. Good. Taxi checklist. Flight controls checked. Flaps config 2 for takeoff today. Radar and predictive wind shear on. Engine mode selector norm. ECAM memo. Takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist complete. I think we are going to switch on the terrain or navigation display here just to make sure, because we are not familiar with the airport. Doesn't look like there is high terrain around, but you just never know. and there's nothing showing on the chart really around, so it should be flat, but we just want to doubly make sure.
Aeroflot 1854, contact Sheremetyevo Tower 131.5, bye-bye.
Contact Sheremetyevo Tower 131.5, Aeroflot 1854, bye-bye. Okay, the tower is gonna give us the clearance to cross the runway, huh? 131.5. Sheremetyevo Tower, hello, Aeroflot 1854.
Sheremetyevo Tower, Aeroflot 1854, go ahead.
Aeroflot 1854, holding short runway 24 center, ready for departure. This is actually 24 center. We don't have to cross.
Aeroflot 1854, Sheremetyevo Tower, runway 24 center, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 24 center, Aeroflot 1854. Okay. We did compute specs of takeoff today.
Товарищ командир, кабина готова.
Lineup checklist, 24 center confirmed, specs are off, and transponder, not transponder, but TCAS is set to Tara, and we are ready to go. So start the timer and see, do we have the strobes on? Yes. Alright, let's go. Okay, we're gonna go Toga because I can't see the flex coming up today. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up.
Aeroflot 1854, contact Sheremetyevo Radar 118.1.
Contact Sheremetyevo Radar 118.1, Aeroflot 1854. Okay. Flaps 1, speed checked, flaps 1. Flying into the haze now. Flaps 0, speed checked, flaps 0. Don't know what that is about. Autopilot on. And specs can come on. And next one. Okay, so 118.1. Sheremetyevo departure, hello Aeroflot 1854 passing 4,800.
1854A, Sheremetyevo radar. Good morning. Identified climb to flight level 170.
Climb to flight level 170, Aeroflot 1854.
Приглашаем сделать покупки товаров в Skyshop после обслуживания питания. Для покупки товаров, пожалуйста, обратитесь к бортпроводникам до начала снижения самолета. Просим пассажиров класса эконом на время обслуживания питанием привести спинку кресла в вертикальное положение.
Looks like we are going to level off here, but it didn't say climb via seat, so we're gonna go with open climb.
Ladies and gentlemen, during this flight we will serve you breakfast. We invite you to purchase items from the Sky Shop after the meal service is completed. Please advise the cabin attendant before the aircraft starts to descend. We appreciate all your comments and feedback about the quality of our service. Thank you.
Alright, so we can then clean up the aircraft a little bit here. So fix info, we can clear that since we don't need that information anymore. And secondary flight plan, we're just gonna say copy active and we are good to go. 8500 spoilers are still armed. We can disarm those, and passing 10,000 feet we'll switch off the landing lights.
Aeroflot 1854, you're off course. Clear direct focus. Resume on navigation.
Why am I off course? Please say again for Aeroflot 1854.
Aeroflot 1854, you're off course. Clear direct focus. Resume on navigation.
Proceed direct call. Aeroflot 1854. Why does it say I am off course? That is very strange. Maybe the nav data is incorrect for this side. So proceed direct to focus. There we go. Don't know why that qualifies as being off course. Anyway, we passed 10,000 feet and seatbelt sign can come off. Terrain on navigation display, we don't need any more. We were given Tokmo 3 hotel departure. This is Tokmo 3 hotel departure, so it is there. And I just confirmed it now in BeyondATC as well. It's Tomko 3 hotel departure. So maybe that's something that they can look at.
Aeroflot 1854, contact Moscow control 119.5.
Aeroflot 1854, contact Moscow control 119.5. Moscow control, hello, Aeroflot 1854 passing flight level 151, climbing to flight level 170.
Aeroflot 1854A, Moscow control. Good morning, radar contact, climb to flight level 350.
Climb to flight level 350, Aeroflot 1854. Okay, so we are climbing now to our cruising altitude. There's pretty much nothing to see all the way down, so sit back, relax and enjoy the rest of the flight, and I will see you at the top of descent when we brief for our arrival into Baku.
Aeroflot 1854, Baku radar, expect Nova 2 Foxtrot, runway 34.
Aeroflot 1854, expect Nova 2 Foxtrot arrival, runway 34. Okay, we are being sent over to the other runway 34, which is the opposite side of runway 16, because the runway 16 has a tailwind now, so that makes sense to me. So ILS 34 now via Nova 2 Foxtrot. Insert that, and probably going to need to put that there and resume our navigation.
Aeroflot 1854, Nova 2 Foxtrot, runway 34. Report ready for descent.
Aeroflot 1854, Nova 2 Foxtrot, runway 34, ready for descent. Right on time, my friend, we just passed. Actually, the top of descent went Actually, the top of descent went a little bit further up with a new, longer route. Descent to flight level 260, Aeroflot 1854. Okay, so still a little bit there. ILS 34. That is fine. We wanted to check it. Let's see. So just going around and then straight in, so nothing too hectic. We can have a look at it on the charts as well. So Baku all, actually Nova to Echo, so we're gonna need Nova to Foxtrot. Nova to Foxtrot is here. Nova to Echo can go. And the arrival approach is going to be ILS 34.
Descending via Kupa 2 Foxtrot, flight level 258.
Okay, Nova 2 Foxtrot, flight level 1640, and then around, and then Gobus. Nova, and then direct to Gobus, and then start off with the arrival, the approach, which is going to be the final ILS from Gobus, where we're going to intercept already at 2000 feet and then direct in. It's not, is it an offset localizer? Looks like an offset localizer. No, it's not. 341, 341, that's fine. Okay, that looks to be in order. The next thing we need to do is check the ATIS information. 126.8. 126.8. We are going to VHF2 now.
Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo. Haydar Aliyev Airport information Kilo 0625 Zulu. Wind variable. Visibility 10 miles or more. Ceiling 2500 broken. Temperature 11. Dew point 07. QNH 1026. Landing and departing runways 34, 35. Transition level 110. Numerous cranes in operation around Haydar Aliyev. Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo.
Okay, information Kilo over there. Wind is variable. Temperature is 11. Flight transition level is flight level 110, so that should be okay. Here in the wind, since it's variable, we are just going to pick the probably the runway track and just add a little bit of wind and see, because if we ask now for weather information, for example, didn't say what the weather itself, the wind speed is, but let's say we ask for the META here. And then let's see, with any luck we get anything back, and variable 2 knots actually, so we're just gonna make it a tailwind then. So 3, 4, 1, 2 knots. So with that, our approach speed is gonna be 141, and we are going to take a config full landing today. Actually, I don't think we did the landing calculation correctly, because here we still have runway 16. It should change this to 34, and then that should be 341 then, and then calculate 34102. Excellent. Doesn't really make a difference, but we just want to make sure that calculation is done properly, and low auto brake is going to be our auto brake for the landing. Baku approach, hello, Aeroflot 1854 at 10,000 feet.
Aeroflot 1854 Baku approach, good day, QNH 1026, expect the ILS runway 34.
QNH 1026, expect ILS runway 34, Aeroflot 1854. Okay, approach checklist. Barrow ref, QNH 1026, seatbelt sign is on. Minimums, Barrow 184. Auto brake low, engine mode selector no. Approach checklist is complete, but 184, that's very low, isn't it? Interesting.
Aeroflot 1854, 20 miles from Gobus, turn left heading 315, maintain 2,000 feet until established, cleared ILS runway 34.
Aeroflot 1854, direct Gobus, then left heading 315, descend to 2,000 feet and maintain until established, cleared ILS runway 34. Okay, we are some 7 miles from Gobus. We can arm the approach now, and we should be okay.
Flying at 62725 miles from Gobus, turn right heading 050, maintain 2,000 feet until established, cleared ILS runway 34. Turn right heading 050, 2,000 feet until established, cleared ILS runway 34, flying at 627.
It's gonna be right behind us. $71 tons gross weight now. What was our calculation with 71? I'm good with that. Last stretch is not going to burn too much fuel.
Дамы и господа, наш самолет готов к посадке. Просим вас убедиться, что все электронные устройства переведены в авиарежим или выключены. Ремень безопасности застегнут, спинка кресла в вертикальном положении. Столик убран. Благодарим за внимание. Ladies and gentlemen, our aircraft is ready for landing. Please ensure that all electronic devices are turned to flight mode or switched off.
2,500.
Your seatbelt is fastened. Your seat is in upright position and your tray table is held. Thank you.
Okay, old star, it's 2000.
2000.
Checked. Should be intercepting any moment now.
Aeroflot 1854, contact Baku Tower 119.2.
Contact Baku Tower 119.2, Aeroflot 1854. On 19.2. But we haven't intercepted yet. We're gonna go flaps 1 now. We are close by. We do have the field inside. Lock star. Baku Tower, hello, Aeroflot 1854, ILS runway 34. Flaps 2.
Aeroflot 18540, Baku Tower, wind variable, runway 34, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 34, Aeroflot 1854. Okay, good. Gear down. Spoilers armed. Flaps 3. Go around, the altitude is gonna be 4000. Flaps full. Landing checklist. ICA memo, landing no blue, landing checklist complete. Autopilot off.
1000.
Checked. So the wind is variable. It is coming from our right hand side now. Six knots.
$500.
Puppy still too red to white.
400.
Land.
300. 100 above. 200.
We'll go visual now.
Minimum
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Come on, touchdown.
5.
Just before the end of the touchdown zone. Spoilers up, reversers green, diesel. Knots, reversers dough.
Aeroflot 1854, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway, Aeroflot 1854. Next available taxiway is this one here, going to Bravo.
Дамы и господа, наш самолет совершил посадку в аэропорту назначения. В интересах вашей безопасности просим вас оставаться на своих местах с застегнутыми ремнями до выключения табло «Застегнуть ремни». Пожалуйста, при выходе из самолета не забывайте свои личные вещи. Проверьте карманы кресел перед вами. Обращаем ваше внимание, что первыми к выходу приглашаются пассажиры.
Baku Tower, Flyer 627, ILS Runway 34.
Доставил вам удовольствие. Будем рады новой встрече с вами. До свидания.
Aeroflot 1854, contact ground 121.7.
To ensure your safety, please remain in your seat with the
Contact
seatbelt
ground
fastened until the last of the
121.7
flight is
Aeroflot
over.
1854. Bye
Please
bye.
ensure you take all your belongings with you when leaving the aircraft. Check the seat pocket in front of you. Please note that we invite the
Flyness
aircraft
627,
business
Baku
class
Tower,
passengers
wind
first.
variable, runway
We
34
hope
clear
you're
to
excited
land.
by the flight and look forward to seeing you again.
Runway
Thank you.
34 cleared to
Goodbye.
land. Flying
Flaps up.
627.
TCAS. Ground 1217. We pick a stand first. Let's go to Alpha 4. Baku ground, hello. Aeroflot 1854. Request taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Aeroflot 1854. Welcome to Heydar Aliyev Airport. Gate Alpha 4. Taxi at pilot's discretion.
Taxi at pilot's discretion. Aeroflot 1854. Okay, so it's fine. We will go to take the left hand here onto Juliet. That should be fine. Probably end up doing a single engine taxi. Make a left here. It says Alpha on the marker, so interesting there, but let's see. Of course, the days in the northern hemisphere at this time are very short. It looks like it's almost sunset already. And remember, we took off early in the morning in Moscow, just after sunrise. Does GSX know? No, they do not. So Alpha 4. It's just over there. So not this right here. We make the second one, the second right. It's only becoming 2 minutes now, so no point in switching off the engine now. No savings on this short distance here. Alpha 5 and Alpha 4. Alpha 4. A321 detected. Keep going. And stop. Parking brake is set. APU is on. APU bleed can come on. APU bleed on, and stop the engines.
Бортпроводникам занять места для перевода дверей. Селекторы в десант. Контроль двери напротив.
Engines are coming down. Fuel pumps can come off. And beacon light can come off as well.
Дамы и господа, приглашаем вас к выходу. Благодарим за внимание. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to exit the aircraft. Thank you.
Okay, we are good. Arrived in Baku at 8:16 instead of 8:45, so very early. Not sure why. Is there any chance that maybe SimBrief is overestimating some of these flight times? 18:33 would have been the earliest, and it's not even 18:20 yet, or 18:20. In any case, this is actually based on real time anyway, so this is not very useful in our scenario, but let's see. So 15:30 to 18:30 to 16:30, 17:30 to 18:30, that would be 3 hours. So it's 3 hours on the dot, and our flight time was indeed 3 hours on the dot. So should have been then 18:10 should have been our scheduled arrival, but interestingly on Volanta, the schedule that shows up there for this very flight from Moscow to Baku was scheduled to arrive at 8:45, so they built in quite a lot of contingency in there. Okay, so that's fine. Well, our radar should have been off by now, because he forgot about it because he didn't do the checklist, of course, and that's what happens when you don't do the checklist, and that's why you need 2 pilots. Anyway, we have chocks in place.
All aircraft be advised, information mic now current, QNH 1026.
Chocks are in place, so we can probably help the brakes a little bit by switching off the parking brake, and with that we can check outside and see how the deboarding is going. It is a very beautiful looking airport, Baku, and this rendition is quite nice except for the gates that are apparently not working, but it's GSX, so you know, really one can expect anything from those guys. Yeah. Okay, that was a nice flight from Moscow to Baku. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.